All right now, Hellfang. Hellfang is a Spirit Affinity, Demon Spawn, attack-based rare champion. He is a component for Necro Hunter the Fusion right now, because Necro Hunter is also one of the 4 epic components of Kantra the Cyclone Legendary Fusion that's going on right now. But Hellfang, is Hellfang valuable enough, viable enough for your account that he can help progress your account in some way, efficiently, effectively, more effectively than Necro Hunter, potentially more effectively than Kantra? I don't know. Only you can answer that question. But today, right now, I'm going to get into his kit real quick, talk about his kit, and see if we can't figure out some place in the game that he could be beneficial for you and your account, so that you can make the determination if you want to actually finish the fusion if you're going for it. Let's find out. What's his A1? His A1 attacks one enemy, has a 15% chance of putting the target skills on cooldown. Excuse me. That's a 20% chance if you book it out. One hit, A1, 20% chance to put target skills on cooldown. Okay, that's all the, 50% chance of putting the target skill, that's all the skills on cooldown. If it procs, a 20% chance, a 1 in 5% chance with a 1-hit A1. To me, that is not reliable enough to depend on. It will not happen that frequently. It will happen 1 in 5 A1s. Simple as that. Statistically, it could happen 2-3 times in a row, but then it's probably not going to happen for like 7 or 8 times in a row. Basically, it's the way it works out, right? So 1 in 5 times. This skill, that mechanic you would want in the arena to go first first attack of your team, attack one champion, put all their skills in cooldown. It's like putting a provoke. Only thing they can do is a A1 attack at that point. It's a valuable mechanic, but the reliability from this champion I don't like. It's only 20%. Not worth it to me. His A2, however, attacks one enemy, has a 50% chance of placing a 25% weakened debuff for 1 turn. Book it out, ends up being a 75% chance on a 3-turn cooldown for a big weaken on a 1-turn duration. It's lacking to me. It is the big weaken. I got it. I would rather actually have this be a 15% weaken on a 75% chance for a 2-turn duration on a 3-turn cooldown. I will sacrifice that 10% weaken to get an extra duration on it. Because otherwise, as soon as that champion takes a turn, debuff is gone. So if, for example, let's say that turn meter is at like 90% already, Hellfang places the debuff, they take a turn, then it's your other 3%, you get no benefit from that weekend. 1-turn duration debuffs, to my book, are a waste of space. They are a waste of time. That other champion gets another turn, and boom, and it's gone, and you don't even have a chance to take full advantage of it. You need at least 2 or 3 or 4 or 5 attacks on them to take advantage of a defense down or a weakened debuff. 1-turn duration is not worth it to me. Chilling Hound, his A3, attacks all enemies, has a 50% chance of placing a freeze debuff for 1 turn. Again, it's a debuff for a 1-turn duration. Only available when Hound spawn is on the same team. Damage is based off of attack. Okay, but it's still an AoE CC. It's an AoE crowd control. 1-turn duration. Okay, potentially. 50% chance to land it. Book it out, ends up being a 55, 65, 80% chance. That's an odd number. But an 85% chance to land this freeze. Book him out. Book him out. And then you master him out, scroll him out with the support masteries. You can get a 90% chance to land that freeze. However, you do have to have Hound Spawn with him. Let's go find out who Hound Spawn is. And would Hound Spawn be something or a champion that would actually be worth keeping with you? Now remember, Hound Spawn, he is a farmable rare. 12-3. We all farm it to level up our champions. You get dozens of this guy all the time. Attacks one enemy, 20% chance to place a stun debuff. Okay. Right, with that freeze debuff, right? Attacks one enemy 2 times, has a 50% chance of placing a big debuff for 1 turn. Again, it's that 1-turn duration. I don't like it. However, it is a 2-hit. 2 chances to proc it. And it ends up being a 75% chance. Okay? And then his last one. Attacks all enemies, will ignore defense and block damage buffs if the target has a freeze debuff. Only available with Hellfang. That's not a bad little combo right there, to be honest. It's a 4-turn cooldown. Hellfang, I think, can have a 4-turn cooldown as well. You speed tune these up where Hellfang goes 1 speed before Houndspawn, AoE freeze, and then AoE ignore defense. That could potentially nuke out an arena team. If you think about it, it could potentially nuke out an arena team. Just think this through real quick. Think this through. Put War Maiden in arena team. Put Apothecary in your arena team. Apothecary does a speed boost. War Maiden does her AoE defense down. Hellfang does his AoE freeze. Houndspawn does his AoE ignore defense. Not too bad. Granted, thinking that through, you might not need War Maiden because that's ignores defense. War Maiden will decrease the defense. Get a champion that's AoE weaken. Increase the damage you take. Might work. I don't know. Is it worth it for you on your account to try to put that together for your arena? That might be a decent little actually team composition for the 3v3 tag arena, the tag team arena. I would say it would be fairly decently viable. So I would say Hellfang, if you can pull off a second copy of him, keep a second copy of him, put him for your arena, for your tag team arena. Otherwise, for me, he is more important for me to fuse to get Necro Hunter. Not really so I can use Necro Hunter, but to fuse so I can then get Kantra. That's for me. That's my book. That's my play when it comes to Hellfang. But I will now, talking this through, I will keep a copy of Hellfang so I can keep a copy of Houndspawn so I can try to do that in my tag team arena defense. Because if you can do that, especially in your defense, it's auto. AI will just run it. Beautiful. I like it. So that's what I would say for Hellfang. For me, he is first string for the fusion material, for the fusion itself, and that's what I'm going to use him for. For your account, if you want to take the time to build that arena composition, then go for it. Keep a copy for Hellfang for the arena, keep a copy of Hellfang for the fusion. The question is for you. Who's more important? Which one's more important, the fusion or the arena? I don't know. Fusion for me. What about you? Anyways, though, now, the next champion we're going to talk about is Anointed. He is a Force Affinity Rare Support Champion from the Barbarian faction. We're going to get into his kit. We're going to find out if he is valuable enough to keep or if he is fusion material. Let's get into his kit. Let's get into that video. That's going to be right over there. Let's find out. I'll see you there.